Five for Fighting, aka John Ondrasik. Welcome to the music universe. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well. I want to get to the Music Matters Challenge here in a bit, but for those who may not be aware, can you please explain Let Music Fill My World?
Yeah, my mother was a volunteer music teacher when LA Unified cut funding when I was a young man. And she volunteered at our local elementary, Van Gogh Elementary School, and started putting on musicals. I happened to be Tony in West Side Story. Don't know if that was nepotism or not, but some 50 years later, all of those kids still talk about how important that was for their childhood. And music in the schools has been a big passion of mine. And a friend of mine, Kaylee Tolman, and I, a couple years ago, founded Let Music Fill My World. And it really is an organization that has the goal of making sure every child in America has a music teacher. We know from the data that there are two things that really allow our struggling young kids to find their voice and succeed in school. One is sports, because it gives them community, it gives them something to do, and it gives them discipline. And of course, music is the other. Not everybody can be a great athlete, but everybody can sing and everybody can make music. So we founded this a couple years ago, and we launched our first Music Matters Challenge. And the whole idea is to put a music teacher in every school. We already have one in Farragut Academy from the first Music Matters Challenge. We're supplying a music teacher for that school for 3 years, fully paid. And we're off to now our next adventure, and it's been really exciting.
Yeah, and I mean, you say fully paid, but I mean, if I'm reading this correctly, $300,000.
I know, I want that gig. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, look, I think we want to do it right, and we want to support these schools. And Farragut had lost their music teacher, and I recorded a song called "Let Music Fill My World" with the students of Farragut Academy. They wrote the whole lyric, and through that process, they now have a full-time music teacher. And if you talk to the principal, he will tell you that it's not just the kids taking the music class; the whole school has been transformed. So it's the impact, I think, is infinite, and we've seen again through the data. Look, I'm a math guy. I was a math guy in school, but if you look at the data again, beyond math, reading, and writing, when you have music in your schools, everybody elevates. They do better in math. They stay in school longer. The behavior is better. So again, I think we kind of all know this, but we're excited to actually put it into action and see the results now.
Yeah, and the individual winner, which they have till May 30th to, I guess, register, they actually can help a school receive a grant up to $300,000 for the salary of a full-time music teacher. I mean, I want to ask about that price because I don't know any school teachers that make anywhere near that. So why that amount for these schools for this one position?
Well, again, it's 3 years, and not every dollar goes to the music teacher. Some schools will need instruments. They will need other funding. They will need tools. So again, that 3 years, 300,000 encompasses everything that school may need. And Kaylee is very generous, and she wanted to make sure that everybody had all the resources they need. And as you mentioned, the Music Matters Challenge, where people, when they win, can help us select a music teacher or a school that's in need, is very simple. You just go to Let Music Fill My World, and you tell a story about a music teacher that made a difference in your life, like my mom did to mine, and perform or dance or do some kind of artistic venture to the song Let Music Fill My World. And you're right, we have the first prize winner wins $10,000, which is cool. But more importantly, you sit with Kaylee and I and choose a new school for the next round. We just had that happen last year. Jessa-Ray Robitaille won our Music Matters Challenge, and we selected a school in Los Angeles. It's called the Parmalee Elementary School, which Jessa-Ray had a great relationship with, so they will be receiving a music teacher. And I also have to say we have a school prize, too, where schools can enter with their music class, with their choir, um, with their um, with their band, and through that, a school last year with the challenge got a $30,000 grant. So again, it's an important thing, but it's also fun. You know, everybody likes to
Mhm.
make videos, post them on Instagram. Some go viral. So a lot of people have a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, there is an actual music teacher in a class that did not have one, which I think makes all of us feel great.
Yeah, and I've played drums all my life. So growing up, I was in like band and not really choir too much, but jazz band and stuff too. That my school in Southeast Missouri had in high school at least. People don't realize how expensive, especially instruments are.
100%. No, again, the kind of feeling that we've sensed from some folks, not everyone, is sometimes people think music is extracurricular, and I understand that. Look, you have to focus on reading and writing and math, but again, if you look at the data, it really does support that everybody's acumen improves with music in the schools, and especially in the Midwest. You know, when you're in band and you have thousands, sometimes thousands of people in a band, hundreds of people. That experience is something you carry with you the rest of your life. The friends you make, the teachers you have. And that's the other thing about music. It's not just about learning how to play an instrument or read music. It's the relationships you build when you're making music with people. I love playing music every night, on tour. But you know what I love even more? The camaraderie I have with my bandmates. The experience we have. It's like a locker room. You can't make that in any other situation. So as you know, as a drummer, those experiences too are life changing. And again, that's what we're trying to provide.
Yeah, and that's I commend you guys for that because it's such a great opportunity for people to do that. Anything else on this subject before I go a little bit about you?
Yeah, I think for folks who are interested, and again, you don't have to be a great musician, a great singer. Sometimes it's more fun if you're not. Just go to letmusicfillmyworld.com, click on the Music Matters Challenge, and enter the challenge. And whether you win or not, everything you're doing is supporting music in the schools. And post your entries on your social media. That's the other thing that's important. Post your entries. Let people know what we're doing. And again, I think we'll have a lot of fun. And I appreciate you letting your audience know what we're doing.
Oh yeah, I always enjoy the charities. Are you based in Los Angeles yourself?
I am.
You doing okay from the fires? Were you impacted?
Well, thank you for asking. This year we were okay. We were on evacuation notice, but we know what folks are going through. 6 years ago during the Woolsey fire, our house caught on fire. We're
Mm.
fortunate that the fire department put it out, but we were out of our house for 6 months. You have to basically remediate your whole house. Tragically, three of my friends lost their houses in this latest fire. So yeah, it's really it's frustrating, it's angering, and but we're supporting the folks who need to be supported, and especially for me who's been through it, to try to help folks know who to talk to and how to get the process started. But thank you for asking. We are
Oh
good,
yeah,
and we'll get through this. I got my fireman hat. I'm right here. This is the
that's what I
Palisades.
thought. Yeah.
This is the Palisades Fire Department 69. Our heroes, our first responders are heroic, and Gary Sinise and I were honored to go serve them some lunch down at the Malibu Bay the other day, and so our true heroes are our first responders, and I think they need all the love.
Oh, absolutely. And glad to, we've been posting all kinds of relief efforts that the music community has been doing, and we'll continue that. Before I let you go, I want to ask about new music personally from you, and you're going on tour.
Yes, well, it's springtime, so the Five Providing String Quartet will hit the road like we do every year. It's really fun for me these days. We've kind of fallen into this pattern where we'll do string quartet tours in the fall and the spring, more intimate shows, smaller venues, and then we'll put the rock band out during the summer. So yeah, we're about ready to hit the road, and again, talking about musicianship. Some of these players that I play with are truly the greatest string players in the world. My music director, Katie Kresick, won a Tony. for Moulin Rouge. And it's always so exciting for me. Also have a great band, Lace and Lee, a duo, opening up for us, a great folk duo, and they're incredible. And so yeah, we're thrilled to get out there, and we always add a few new songs. There's always some surprises, and just watching the quartet for me is worth the price of admission every night.
And where can listeners go or viewers go to see those tour dates?
Yeah, to fightforfighting.com/tour. Click on the tour button. We'll be in the Midwest. We'll be on the East Coast. We'll be down south a little bit, and then the band will be out in August. We're kind of locking down those dates. Can't announce who's opening for us, but it's a band and a band that kind of had a bunch of hits in the late '90s, early 2000s, like we did. So we're excited about that as well.
Interesting. We'll be looking out for that. Hopefully, we'll get that very soon and be able to share that with everyone and get you filling up those venues you'll be playing, because there's nothing like seeing live music in person again.
With you 100%. I think if anything COVID taught us is that not just audience members, but bands, not being able to play was like a part of our soul was stolen. And whether I'm in the audience or on stage, there's really nothing better than live music. And especially with AI and the world kind of changing in front of our eyes, it's one of the few last things that you can have that kind of communal experience that's, in my mind, that has integrity. So yeah, can't wait. And we can't wait. We're adding new songs. We may close with God Only Knows, because that's always been one of my favorite songs. So always something new at a Fight for Fighting show.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to it, John. Anything else you want to add?
No, just again, shout out to our troops, our first responders, especially here in California. We love you. We appreciate you. And, and their families as well, right? It's not just the first responders, it's their families that deal with this too. So thank you to all of you, and can't wait to see everyone on the road.
All right. Appreciate it, John. Thank you so much.
Buddy, always a pleasure, my friend.